I'm Roy Smyth. I'm a physician who currently is working with growth stage healthcare companies to improve their product development, market fit, sales strategy, and with a collective goal to aggregate as many great companies as possible on the provider side so that healthcare delivery changes. Yeah, so the title of the conference is From Volume to Value, and it's addressing this concept that healthcare has been in the United States primarily driven by interventions and reimbursement for interventions, and the goal now is to begin to turn the system to one that focuses more on the generation of good outcomes in health, and to try to incentivize providers in the near future more for the latter and perhaps not as much for the former. Well, what brought me to the conference was a combination of things. First, it's in San Francisco, so I always say never turn down a trip to the Bay Area if you can. The second is Einar Sawyer has been a friend of mine for some time. But the third is that there's going to be a lot of new design requirements to change the delivery system from one that focuses on interventions and volume of procedures to one that focuses more on the generation of better clinical outcomes in health. Design of products, design of services, design of systems of care delivery. So everything from the intelligent design of things that people will have in their hands all the way up to the more intelligent design of the way people do things. Almost all human innovation has come from interdisciplinary insights. And so while there's been incredible innovation inside of healthcare around diagnostic and treatment technologies and approaches that have been inside the silo, when it comes to changing the way care is delivered, changing the business and delivery model, interdisciplinary insights are going to be necessary. And so these mashups between healthcare providers and design experts, healthcare providers and sociologists, healthcare providers and financial experts that can envision new business models for care, all these interdisciplinary efforts need to be encouraged and augmented. We've known for quite some time that quality and safety efforts, the airline industry is really good at that, but systems of quality assurance, checklists, all those things, and cockpit etiquette, we've adopted many of those things from the airline industry and healthcare. They've been salutary. But what I talked about today are the similarities between the airline industry and healthcare where both industries fail, and that is what I call the end-to-end experience that an individual has when they engage with the industry. The going to the airport, going to the hospital, parking your car, navigating the bad wayfinding and the impediments that are put in front of you to actually get to the expert. Being treated like a number at the gate or at the desk, the herd mentality, and then of course this concept that you have no control over your near future, that the expert behind the door, behind the cockpit door in the airline industry, down the jetway, and in healthcare, behind the desk down the corridor and in the doctor's office or the operating room door, about how you're totally dependent on that individual. And so the similarities are uncanny, and of course I think in this latter area, this end-to-end experience, the similarities are unfortunately not laudable. Well, I hope what people will take away from this conference is more interdisciplinary interaction. And again, I think that if we're going to change the healthcare business and delivery model, we have to seek expertise outside the silo of healthcare. And so what I'm hoping happens here is that these design individuals get some ideas, they make some new relationships with those that are providing care, and that good things will happen.